It is the first day of the first month of 2025. I am honored and privileged to bring you KUTV Primetime News tonight. I was just chatting with my director a few seconds ago about Big G. If you ever chewed Big G, then you are an OG. That is a coded message, but it's also a plain message out there. And therefore, this is a new year. And a new year is always a time to confirm that you're growing older. So I'm targeting the guys who actually chewed Big G together with me, whether in your childhood or in your adulthood, which makes you even older. But our reporters have been up and about, interacting with different issues and different people, and they have brought you different stories tonight. Here are the top ones. And unity mark New Year festivities across Kenya. Raila Odinga urges Kenyans to make a decision on what they will allow in 2025. Ruto warns contractors against delaying government projects. And Kenyan athletes ready for Tokyo 2025. This is KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Lucy Kiare is with us in the sign language interpretation tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, across the country, Kenyans have welcomed the new year in joy, hope, and excitement as revelers gathered in various counties to celebrate the arrival of the new year in style. From the vibrant fireworks in Roiro to the energetic performances in Kilifi, the celebrations have been a true reflection of unity and renewal.
Across the nation, the dawn of 2025 was marked with pomp and splendor, with hundreds of revelers gathering at various venues for celebrations. Ruiru, hotels was packed to capacity as revelers danced and made merry to usher the new year. Fireworks illuminated the skies as joyous crowds sang and danced in jubilation. Samuel Mwenda, the manager of Greenspot Gardens, expressed optimism for a better year ahead after what he termed as a challenging 2024 for businesses.
Uliopita umekuwa mwaka ambao umekuwa mgumu sana na a lot of challenges hapa na pale, na kuja kuwa vizuri. Hata ukiangalia turnover ya watu leo wameingia tu saa 6 kamili kuja kuvuka mwaka ndio waweze kurudi nyumbani. Hii inamaanisha kwamba mambo si mazuri Kenya, but at the end of the day tunajikaza, tunajitahidi to make sure that at the end of the day kila kitu inaenda vizuri na biashara pia inaendelea vizuri.
Mwaka imekuwa ngumu sana, mwaka imepita imekuwa ngumu sana, especially sisi Gen Z, millennials, sisi kama youth, it's been really hard. Watu wamekuwa wakikuwa abducted, maisha imekuwa ngumu, jobs hatupati, but we are expecting the best. Mwaka tumeanza. Let's try to respect our leaders, hata kama tuna differ in opinion.
Meanwhile in Mombasa, the coastal city lit up with spectacular fireworks, displays at popular beaches and entertainment joints. Beach hotels hosted a colorful event where local international holiday makers enjoyed a variety of cuisines, live music and a theme celebrating global cultures.
This year we are celebrating a theme known as Around the World. So we're celebrating the world in 15 days, and basically we are sampling cuisine of each and every country and the culture.
I'm coming here for around 20 years. Every year I found a lot of friends here, they are like my family. I love the country as well, the beaches.
In Kilifi, thousand-strong Malindi Waterfront Park for a grand celebration organized by the county government. Over 70 local artists entertained revelers, delivering thrilling performances that kept the crowd on their feet. Kilifi leaders led by MP Amina Mnyazi and Woman Representative Gertrude Mbeyu lauded Governor Gideon Mung'aro for promoting local talent. They pledge continued support for local artists to ensure their inclusion in future county events.
Tume-embrace local artists. Hapa tunataka kuendeleza vipaji vya Wanakilifi, wana Malindi, na tumechukua kila sehemu ya sub-county imeonekana hapa. Hatutaki kuchukua watu wa nje, lazima tuanzie nyumbani. Home ground, home grown, home best.
Napenda artist wetu, sisi tunapenda wasanii wetu na tutaendelea kuwashika mkono. Sisi ni kuomba Mungu kwamba mwaka huu uwe ni mwaka wa baraka, uwe ni mwaka wa mafanikio, uwe ni mwaka wa kujitegemea na ni mwaka wa kutenda kazi, especially kwetu sisi viongozi ambao tumechaguliwa na kura.
For real tumejienjoy, wote walio participate kwa hii kitu waliopanga. God bless you so much. Na next time we create more than this. It was wow.
As we begin the new year, we at KUTV wish you a happy and prosperous new year. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
Now, in ushering the new year, Kenyans across the country celebrated the new year with a mix of jubilation, reflection, and hope in anticipation of what lays ahead in 2025. Kenyan political leaders, both in government and in opposition, have today continued to extend their messages of hope and resilience in anticipation of the new year.
In his New Year's address last night at the Kisii State Lounge, President William Ruto emphasized the government's commitment to economic transformation and unity. The first in command, who for the better part of the previous year has been on the receiving end from most Kenyans, continued to advocate for the importance of boosting agricultural productivity as he highlighted plans to continue boosting the sector through subsidies and innovation. In a statement made on his official X handle, formerly Twitter, the former opposition leader, now an AUC chairmanship aspirant, Raila Odinga, called on Kenyans to embrace unity in the coming years. Raila acknowledged that some of the problems that Kenyans faced in 2024 will still be part of their lives in 2025. With this, Raila called on Kenyans to make a decision on whether they will be carrying on with their lives divided, bitter and cursing into 2026.
As we speak, subsidized fertilizer is already in stores waiting for farmers. As you all know, in the past, farmers used to wait for fertilizer. This year, fertilizer is waiting for farmers in the stores. Next year, we plan to achieve higher yields from every crop, ensuring even greater rewards for our hardworking farmers and food security for all Kenyans. Additionally, we aim to free our livestock from deadly infectious diseases, alleviating the fears of pastoralists and stock keepers from devastating outbreaks.
On the other hand, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi also took to X, wishing Kenyans a happy new year. Musalia then proceeded to affirm the government's policies that have had Kenyans enraged on the current regime, stating, and I quote, "This is the year that Kenyans will realize the good and strong foundation that the Kenya Kwanza government has put in place for the great trajectory of our beloved nation." End of quote. Musalia also urged Kenyans to keep working hard and maintain peace. Additionally, Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni was among the leaders wishing Kenyans a happy new year. Kioni called on Kenyans to reflect on the kind of leadership they deserve, stating that the answer lies in action, calling for accountability from leaders. Additionally, according to Kioni, the country has enough resources to maintain all citizens, but this is not the case because of failing leadership. In 2024, a lot has been said and done. Several of the challenges faced in the previous year are still foreseeable in the new year, but from KUTV, we wish you a happy and prosperous new year. Von Kemuma, KUTV.
President William Ruto has issued a stern warning to contractors delaying the construction of vital government projects. The president said the government is determined to fulfill its commitments to the people, saying contractors obstructing their efforts will not be tolerated. The head of state has assured that this year will be a year of implementation this being seen as a move to calm down pressure from activists such as Morara Kebaso, who have been of late questioning his promises.
Give very firm instructions to this contractor. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. So, you will get a final warning, my friend, on that. If you don't put up your socks, I'm sorry. We will have to terminate this contract, get another contractor, so that we can get this cancer center off the ground. It's just as simple as that. There is no fight, there is no quarrel. You just have to do what you have to do. And I will not allow this kind of thing. Because you've been paid all the money that requires. There is no pending certificate. There is no reason whatsoever why this project is not on. So that's one, that information to be very clear. There are very many contractors like you who are letting us down, and we will not allow them. This is the year for delivery. This is the year that we must get everything done the way we have planned. We've laid out all the plans. This is the year ya kuhakikisha kwamba kila kitu inatembea. Sawa. So just tell your big boss. So PS, you be here yourself on that. Yeah. So with all the relevant.
It is the holiday season, and with that comes celebrations, good cheer, and sometimes overindulgence in alcohol. Experts say that heavy drinking during the holidays is a widespread concern, as many people drink heavily in celebration. They say, while it may seem harmless to have a few extra drinks, binge drinking can have serious health repercussions. Furthermore, binge drinking can lead to uncomfortable hangovers that interfere with daily life and cause long-term harm in some cases. Juma Majanga reports.
The Roca Lounge Bar and Restaurant in Nairobi's Utawala Estate is packed with revelers. David Kinoti says he is out to enjoy drinks with his friends.
We have to drink. Sometimes this life we have nowadays, we have to take a tips so that we can survive. This one is not very easy, so we take tips so that we can survive. Yes, especially the economy of Ruto, we have to take tips so that we can survive.
Kinoti admits that after a night of drinking, he suffers from hangovers.
Hangover, it's very obvious. But the following day, you feel like you don't feel to wake up, you don't feel like doing anything, you just feel like relaxing, like sleeping.
Dr. Kingi Mochache is a psychiatrist working with Psych Care Medical Center in Nairobi. She explains how hangovers occur as the body tries to process alcohol.
You remember in chemistry, there are stages of how you break down something. So when alcohol is being broken down, there's something here in the middle called acetaldehyde. That thing is the one that after that has to wait in a certain level for the next metabolism. This is the thing that causes hangover. It feels very bad. It makes someone feel nauseous, vomiting, feel very bad. So the people who accumulate a lot of acetaldehyde, it's because the next step delays, it's slower, and then they have a harder time.
Dr. Muchachi says alcohol dehydrates the body by increasing the production of urine, which can lead to symptoms like dry mouth and dizziness. It disrupts sleep patterns, leaving individuals feeling tired and irritable. She says hangovers also affect people's mental performance.
Of course, you're not going to be of sound mind and you're going to be unwell. So it depends on your job, and if your job is sensitive, I would say maybe your manager should not allow you to work. You should just take either a leave day or something so that you're in the right frame of mind. People who, like pilots, doctors, there are these careers where you really need to be concentrating and in a good state of health. Don't endanger other people's lives because of a hangover.
Experts say there is no medical remedy for hangovers, and recovering from them may vary from one person to another. Kinoti says solutions such as rehydration or getting extra sleep works for him.
Take soup and fruits. They help a lot. Yes, to remove hangovers. And you will be very sober to go to work.
A 2022 survey by Kenya's National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, NACADA, showed alcohol use prevalence at 44.5% among public sector employees and at 30% among the general public. As the festive season kicks in, Dr. Kingi urges responsible drinking.
Drink responsibly. There is the criteria of how to drink responsibly if you must. Ideally, look for other ways to have fun. As I said, there is a formula on how to drink. Understand yourself. Don't do reckless drinking and driving, operating machinery, getting to a level of being completely drunk. Avoid that.
Medical experts say hangover can significantly impact personal and public health by causing decreased productivity at work due to fatigue and increased risk of accidents and injuries from poor coordination due to impaired cognitive function, and puts potential strain on healthcare systems due to individuals seeking relief for hangover symptoms. Juma Majanga, VOA Africa, Nairobi.
Now, in 2024, protests by young Kenyans sent shockwaves through the country's political scene, forcing the government to drop proposed taxes and fire several ministers. The youth movement highlighted the challenges Kenya faces as the government tries to increase revenues from citizens who are grappling with the high cost of living and are angry about corruption and what they see as attempts to stifle dissent. Mohammed Yusuf has more on how Kenyan's youth are looking to inspire change in 2025.
On June 25th, 2024, the streets of Nairobi and the area around Parliament were filled with protest. Demonstrators clashed with police, eventually wrecking into the National Assembly and setting part of it on fire. Some protesters lost their lives and others went missing. The protest forced President William Ruto to withdraw the 2024 finance bill. Protesters argued that the bill meant to raise taxes on food items, fuel and motor vehicles, will make life difficult as they continue to deal with the high cost of living.
It's a sad event because I think it's more the so-called Gen Zs who should be the ones best equipped to articulate an issue. But instead they decided to treat it the same way my age mates and those older than me would have done it, with limited information but a lot of aggression.
The Kenyan streets may be quiet and calmer these days, but the anger against the government hasn't gone away. Many feel very little is being done to fight bad governance and corruption, which is impacting the progress of the country and making life difficult for them.
Business is slow, people aren't buying, and we are struggling with our jobs. We hope better things next year and hope that President William Ruto will not be re-elected. We refuse that.
This year has been challenging with no money and struggling businesses. We urge our leaders, especially President Ruto, to address our concerns and improve our situation.
Some were happy with their achievements.
My year was a great year. I actually finished my college. I was taking journalism and mass communication. I went for attachment, and I've finished my attachment a few days ago.
This year, the youth movement has shaped Kenya's political scene, but many hope 2025 will be a better year and that their government will listen to their cries and do something to improve their lives. Mohammed Yusuf, VOA News, Nairobi.
It's 19 minutes past the top of the hour. Time for us to take our first short break right here on KUTV Primetime News. We come back in just but a bit.
In a world where uncertainty, rules and opportunities are scarce, time to break from the barrier and unlock your full potential.
We must live within our means. We cannot spend money that we don't have.
We will explore the fascinating world of investment, trade secrets, business strategies and entrepreneurship.
Sasa challenges ziko mingi sana. Parking ya mzigo imekuwa mbaya. Unaweka pesa yako inakataa kurudi.
Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, what you covered with invaluable insights to help you succeed.
Now, this year we have seen a rebound in the economy, which is well above the global average of the 3%.
Join me, Anyango Sylvia, every Sunday and Monday on KUTV News at 9, and let's turn your dreams into reality. I am right here for your sake. Now, today we are going to talk about the beginning of a fall. But not just a fall, it is a fall never to recover. If you spend your time sleeping, na tumesema while you are drunk, your senses are sleeping. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. How are you doing today? I'm well in the Lord. I hope you are well in the Lord. First of all, I'd like to thank our Father in heaven. They say broken things can't be fixed, right? But that's a lie. Genesis chapter 3 verses 8. That evening they heard the Lord God walking in the garden, and they hid from him among the trees. But the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life." Catch me right here only on KUTV every single Sunday.
Katika maisha yetu ya leo, wakulima na jamii nyingi kwa ujumla wanakumbatia teknolojia mbalimbali na kilimo hai ili kuondoa magonjwa sugu na kuongeza usalama na utoshelevu wa chakula. Mbolea asili imepunguza asidi kwenye udongo na kuongeza mavuno chungu nzima. Wajua tuko shambani, na humu shambani pia kuna ng'ombe, kuna kuku, na wanaacha uchafu wao. Na huo uchafu si wa kutupwa, ni wa kutumika katika kilimo kama mbolea. Kwa sababu mimea hii imekuwa kutumia mbolea ya hawa wanyama. Wakulima mbalimbali wamekumbatia teknolojia ili kuokoa gharama ya ukulima na kutumia nafasi zilizopo katika mashamba yao.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Welcome back. Remember, you can stream this live broadcast on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya, and this conversation also is happening live on X at KUTV_Kenya. Be sure to talk to us as we talk to you. Now we move beyond our borders, and as harsh winter weather descends upon Ukraine, UNICEF and other aid organizations are helping communities in eastern Ukraine's Kharkiv region prepare for the cold season. Many locals have lost jobs and reliable income sources because of the war and cannot afford heating, and among them is the Malaki family whose children have disabilities. Anna Kostushenko has this story.
I need 2 of these buckets to heat my place. I put the firewood in the stove in the morning and it lasts until the evening.
In Aruna Malaki's house, this small wood boiler is the only heat source. It requires nearly constant feeding with firewood. Malaki lives with her husband and 3 children in the city of Derhachi in eastern Ukraine's embattled Kharkiv region. Her 8-year-old daughter Angelika has developmental delays. Her 13-year-old son Svetoslav was diagnosed with diabetes in the summer of 2023.
Because of the war, there are issues with medications running out or being hard to find. This summer, we had to travel to Kupiansk to get the medicine we needed because it was not available elsewhere in Ukraine.
Her husband provides for the whole family. A tailor, he takes orders whenever he can, while she, a seamstress by profession, is trying to find work.
I'm taking orders home when I can, but there aren't many. When people hear I'm in Derhachi, they get scared. They say, with all the shelling there, we can't risk going all the way there.
In 2023, the children's aid organization UNICEF provided the family with financial aid and hygiene kits. This year, it is assisting with winter preparations in the Kharkiv region, says Pavlo Pershin, an emergency response officer for UNICEF's Kharkiv office.
Well, initially we planned to provide in-kind assistance to families with children that are residing in 0 to 30 kilometer area. However, due to the deterioration of security situation, military security situation, most of the families with children in certain hromadas like Kupianska, Borivska had to be evacuated.
Employees from the Peaceful Heaven of Kharkiv Charity Foundation help deliver briquettes to local communities despite the constant risk of shelling, says coordination manager Volodymyr Akshentsov.
There have been cases when, unfortunately, our employees were hit. So we have to pay more attention to safety. Sometimes you plan everything, develop a route, but it gets canceled for safety reasons.
Akshentsov says that recently 8 workers in the Kharkiv region were struck and killed by a Russian drone.
They were attacked by a drone. They had a white van marked with signs indicating that it was humanitarian aid. It was impossible to confuse it with a military vehicle.
Despite the daily risks, Peaceful Heaven continues to deliver briquettes. A UNICEF's winter aid targets 16,000 families in the Kharkiv region, with 9,000 receiving financial aid and some 3,000 having already received heating briquettes that will help keep them warm this winter. Anna Kostychenko, VOA News, Kharkiv region, Ukraine.
Welcome back, and we dive straight into sports news. And as 2025 kicks off, Kenyan track and field stars are determined to bounce back after a challenging 2024. Ferdinand Omanyala, Africa's fastest man, aims to silence the critics at the World Championships in Tokyo following his Paris Olympics semi-final exit. Former Olympic champion Emmanuel Korir seeks to reclaim his form after injury struggles derailed his 2024 season. Bridget Kosgei, once a world marathon holder, eyes a comeback after an injury dashed her Olympic hopes. And meanwhile, javelin star Julius Yego, a 5-time African champion, is ready to prove he is far from finished in his 7th consecutive World Championship appearance. And Mumia's veterans has emerged as the champions of the men's soccer in the 2024 Governors Cup at the Mumia Sports Complex, Kakamega County, with Lirembe Arsenal and a stellar run, finishing as fast runners-up in the men's category. Mkonge FC securing an impressive 3rd runners-up finish, while Shisokoro FC claimed the 2nd runners-up position. Butsotso Queens dominated the competition, taking home the 1st place title in the Women's Soccer Classic. Classic Ladies, had to settle for the 1st runners-up, while Bafana took the 2nd runners-up spot. In the spirit of gratitude this new year, I thank our head of news, Caroline Kimwele, and my producer, Yvonne Kemuma, my director, Wanjiko Wanjiru. Is that the name you use? Yes, Wanjiko Wanjiru. That's her professional name for this kind of work. And Levis Ndomoto for the technical side. And another Levis on the graphics, without forgetting the one and only Lucy Carrier in the sign language interpretation, and every reporter, every producer in the newsroom that has made this bulletin a success. My name is Mutegi K. Martin, and as the year begins, we have hope and we have assurance that we're gonna become better each and every day as long as we are alive. So as long as we are alive, we shall keep pushing to become better each and every day. See you soon. It's been a pleasure that you are watching this news tonight, and be sure to join us tomorrow, same time, same place, as we continue to inform you what is happening in your country and beyond your borders, right here on KUTV, the new experience. Good night.
Big investment in Africa. No more than, well, it's a tricky question.
So for me, big tech is something highly controversial. I see the value of it, but I also see that Africans should stop playing second fiddle to some of these organizations and have the confidence to start building our own technology.
I guess paying it forward is a mantra we have within Microsoft. It's a mantra we have within the Africa Transformation Office, because we are keen on making sure we build sustainable solutions. I fear that some of the gains that we've made could dissipate. So for instance, we are trying to build a critical mass of very young Ghanaian people who are patriotic. A lot of the gains that we've made might dissipate because things are not moving as fast as people want to move.
My name is Brian Afande. I'm the co-founder and managing director of Black Rhino VR. We are an extended reality technology company. Extended reality is a spectrum of three key technologies. They're called immersive media. So you have a virtual reality, which is really a computer-generated environment where you can interact with it using a head-mounted display unit that you put above your head. And then you have augmented reality, which is really the superimposition of digital images in the real world.